All right, everybody, welcome back to today's lesson. How bad do you want it? Eric Thomas says, when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. I heard that probably 4 or 5 years ago. That's when I first started studying successful people, motivational speakers, inspirational folks, because I wanted to be able to have people feeding into me the stuff that I needed to hear. That way I could have the fuel and the motivation and the desire to work towards my own personal goals. So I started studying these folks, and I started memorizing these quotes, and I started to understand and learn about their processes, their lived experiences. I started reading their books. I started going to their seminars. I started understanding who they were and how they got to where they are today. And through those processes, I've been able to have quotes like this burned into my brain. When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. This process of finding a new way to live and achieving our goals is hard. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that this is going to be easy. I'm not going to tell you that there's not going to be challenges and difficulties along the way. In fact, there will be. There's going to be a lot of challenges. As soon as you leave wherever you are right now, you're going to get smacked in the face with a challenge. And then you're going to get hit with another challenge. And then some things are going to go unexpected. And then there's going to be crisis. And then there's going to be conflict. And then there's going to be drama. And it's through all that right there that you need to be able to develop the determination to stay committed to what it is that you want to do. So I want you to be able to keep quotes like this in your mind, and I want you to be able to understand that you are going to have to expect these challenges. And just know that once you get out and once you start this process, you need to be aware that these challenges are going to come up, and to know that you need to be able to pick and choose your battles wisely. Because if you want to accomplish your goals and you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, you're going to have to stay committed to what it is you want to accomplish. Learn what you can change, learn what you can't change, and stay committed to what it is that you want to do. All this stuff that we've just went through, all these lessons that we went through in this Find a New Way to Live program, we've just went through a process that challenged everything in our life and forced us to reassess what we wanted in life and the choices that we made and the choices that we plan to make ahead. So I want you to think about that. If it was easy, everybody would do it. This is why a majority of the world is unhappy with their life. They're in and out of jail. They're in and out of treatment. They're in and out of these vicious cycles. I guarantee you've been around long enough to see probably yourself and people close to you live in vicious cycles year after year after year. They experience the same stuff, the same setbacks, the same challenges, the same difficulties, and they give up and they just allow themselves to live in a continuous process. And what I'm challenging you to do is to break the cycle, to break the chains that you've lived by for so long, and work so hard towards what you want until you accomplish it. That's my challenge for you. We've learned how to find a new way to live. I want you to know that this is going to be a continual process for the rest of your lives. Your potential is not going to stop until you stop. You can reach and you can strive and you can accomplish as much as you want to, as long as you identify what it is you want, make a plan to get there, and put in the work to actually make that happen. So right now, I want you to be honest with yourself in answering these last few questions here. I want you to be able to honestly admit how much effort you've put into not just this course, but how much effort have you put into the change that you're trying to make in your life towards working towards your goals. So the change that you've put, how much effort have you put into it on a scale of 0 to 100? 100 meaning I've put in everything I can. I've done everything that I can do. I've thought of it. I've challenged myself. I've put in 100%, right? So if that's you, you've put in 100%. Write down, I put 100% towards this. I've worked my butt off. I've thought about this. I've questioned myself. I've evaluated who I am and what I want, 100%. If you put 90%, put down 90%. If you just put down a little bit of effort, maybe 40, 50, 60%, be honest with yourself, because this is your life that's on the line. This isn't anyone else. You get out of this and you get out of life what you put into it. So if you only put in half an effort, you only can expect half a result. And if you expect anything more than that, you may be a little delusional, because it's not going to happen unless you put in the work. So from there, I want you to be able to start thinking about the level of effort that you've put into just this program and identifying the changes you want to make in your life. will this level of effort be sufficient to accomplish my goals? So if you put 100% into this program and you're fired up and you're ready to go to get started on making these changes in your life, write down 100%. But if you can honestly say you've only put 50 or 60% effort in, write that down. Just be honest with yourself. I want you to ask yourself, are you willing to put in 120% effort to achieving your goals for the rest of your life and stay committed to your values? That's a personal challenge to you right there. I want you, if you've put in the effort this far, who you are, what you want, you've evaluated your influences, you have an idea of how to find what you want. We've talked about meditation, we've talked about silence, we've talked about being able to look at long-term goals, short-term goals. If you've put in the effort up to this point, you have an understanding and you have the information that you can take to change your life. But I want you to make a commitment to yourself, because this is a lifelong process. This isn't something that we do right now just to please whatever certain circumstances we're in. This is a continual journey, and the journey hasn't even begun yet. Once you leave, or once you complete wherever you are right now, that's when the journey begins. So all this work up to this point is just helping you understand increase your self-awareness, helping you to challenge your belief systems, helping you to evaluate what you want so you have that vision of your future that you're able to work towards. Because when you hit those doors, if you don't have a vision of what you want and a major definite plan to work towards it, you're going to be caught up in the same stuff, in the same problems, in the same circumstances that you came from. And if that's what you want, go get it. But if you're ready for change, I want to challenge you and ask yourself, how bad do you want it? Reflect on your list of goals and ask yourself, how bad do I want it? How bad do I want to be a father? How bad do I want to be a productive member of society? How bad do I want to get that legit job and earn an honest living? How bad do I want to get my GED? How bad do I want to get a college degree? How bad do you want to buy a home? Look at your goals and ask yourself, how bad do you want it? And if you just kind of want it and you don't want it that bad, that's okay. It ain't going to happen. Maybe it's not the right time for you. But if you tell yourself that you really want it and you're going to make an effort to get it, then you have the plan, you have the goals wrote out, you have the knowledge. Now you need to take the proper steps to get there. So I say all the time that the best times of our lives are still ahead of us, that we are just getting started, because if this is new information to you and this is a new way of thinking, it's going to take a little bit of time to sink in, and you'll have to get reaffirmed by going out and getting the experiences in life that what I'm trying to teach you here is actually tools that are going to help you succeed. But you need to know that this is a process, and that's not going to happen in one day, and that you're going to have to expect these setbacks, but you have to constantly remind yourself that this is what you want and you are determined to get it. So don't let anything get in your way. If you have clear written goals and a written plans of action to accomplish those, the only thing that's going to stop you is you. So you can't let outside circumstances get in your way. You can't let things you cannot change get in your way. You got to stay focused on what you want. So I want you to go out and study some successful people. Get some quotes like this and write them down and hang them on your wall and put them on your phone or put them wherever you can see them every single day. And just know that, like E.T. says, when you want to succeed, as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful.